What does that mean to you?
It means everything. I truly love being here, and I say like every night feels like senior night because I get to have my family and the people that have helped raise me and get me to where I am come watch my game. So I think being here, being in LA for my last season, being able to come to an amazing team and try to be an addition is something that I'm super grateful for. And I think being here, I've just honestly grown in a lot of aspects of my game.
And also being a local kid, before you got here, when you were in high school, what was your relationship like with Juju before USC? And I'm sure it's awesome being teammates now, talking about that.
Yeah, I think Ju and I played each other maybe once or twice in high school, so like we always knew of each other. California is big, but it's pretty small. And then as we were in college, you know, we got to know each other a little bit more, but it really wasn't until me transferring, me coming here that we've connected in a much deeper level.
Obviously, I'm sure it's been an adjustment process, just learning how to play with her and kind of, you know, sharing that leading role when you needed to.
Yeah.
I know as she's kind of struggled these last couple games, it seems like you've stepped up in a lot of ways. How do you feel like you have felt just more comfortable kind of in that playing off of each other role over the course of the season?
I think for myself, I'm more comfortable, more settled in. I know exactly what I can do. I have a lot of confidence in myself at this point in the season, so it's also like kind of the end, like it's coming to an end in terms of my senior year, so I'm trying to just leave everything out on the floor, and I think I'm playing much more carefree than I did earlier in the season. And then me coming here was like, I wanted her to know that there's no pressure on her. Like she doesn't have to expect herself to come in every single night and try to carry a team. I wanted it to be like, we want you to dominate and you're going to dominate, but like if you need somebody, I'm right here. So I think coming here, I just want to be an addition and kind of like lighten the load for her.
Kiki, you and Talia are coming in as transfers into rivalry week. How are you also grooming or helping the freshmen understand the matchup you guys have ahead of you?
Yes, I think for us, we're kind of freshmen as well, kind of being in this new space, but I think we're just trying to use our experience from our other institutions and understanding like it's getting closer to March. This is a huge game. This is kind of like a baby March Madness game for us as well, and UCLA is undefeated. We have a lot on the line. We're trying to defend our home court. So I think it's just like making sure in practice, like we're making everything very game-like, not taking any reps off or being lazy about anything. And I think our freshmen do a great job of that. Like they don't need constant reminder to lock in. Like they do a great job of doing that. But I think for us, it's just trying to lead by example when we're like the first group out.
But the Trojans sit atop the college rankings for the top 10 nationally ranked high school teams. And Kelsey Plum joining the Sparks. How did this happen?
What's the question?
Women's basketball here in LA. How did it get to women's college basketball? How did we get to this great game?
I think it's always been great. I think people are just tuning in now. But you see, we have Cheryl Miller, Cynthia Cooper, Lisa Leslie. They're all great, but people didn't really tune in as much. And I think right now we're just honestly in the perfect time where there's a lot more eyes, there's a lot more interest. So I think it's always been great, but people are just now noticing.
Is it sustainable, do you think?
Definitely. It's only beginning, and it's already so big. I think there's so much growth for women's basketball, women's sports in general, and there's going to be so many more viewers in the future.
What does it mean to beat them here at home? What would it mean to knock them off?
Everything. It'll mean everything. I think knocking off the number one team, regardless of who it is like something super special. But the fact that there are rivals I think, is a chip on our shoulder for sure.
Going back to that LA thing, would it be the cherry on the top to get those 2 wins back against the Bruins after coming home?
Definitely. I think, honestly, I just want to win. I don't care who I'm playing, honestly. But I guess because they're rivals, it's a little bit sweeter. But I think, you know, that's what we strive for. And I think it's super special that we're in a great conference like the Big Ten. We have a lot of top 10 teams. And I think not looking too much into the future, but being able to play teams like this, playing the number one team in our regular season will only help us for March.
Knowing Lauren like you do, where does she pose the most difficult matchup on the
Oh my gosh, you can double her, but she can still pass. I think she's a great passer. She's very unselfish. She scores very efficiently. So I think for us, it's just trying to tire her out, not let her get to her spots. But I think she's a player that you can't stop her, but you have to try to slow her down.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.